Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of the Blackbird Grimoire. Welcome to the daily forecast for Thursday, October 31st, 2024. The day has come. It is the 10th of Scorpio, the day of the swamp creature, and most importantly of all, it's Samhain. It's Halloween. It's winter nights. It's all of these lovely, lovely, wonderful celebrations where the veil is thin and we get to have all the enjoyment of all the spooky stuff. So I bring you this Samhain blessing from Otherworldly Oracle. May the old year die away peacefully. May the new year bring peace and prosperity. Samhain is the end and also an open door. A loving, peaceful life anew, now and forevermore. So I hope that certainly proves to be the case for us all. So, in case that there's anyone who's new to the channel who hasn't gotten into all this loveliness before, Samhain is one of the ancient celebrations that has been part of the tapestry of holidays that have culminated in what most modern people celebrate as Halloween. So think black cats, spiders, raven, bats, crows, stars, pentacles, pumpkins, things like that, sage, mugwort, cinnamon, cloves, rosemary, garlic, for anything that you might want to be using to smudge with. For your crystals, onyx, obsidian, bloodstone, moonstone. I also like carnelian to represent that dying sun. And of course, decorations are pumpkins, leaf skulls, pine cones, gourds, cauldrons, and themes of harvest, divination, fall, thinning of the veil, all of the delightfully wonderful stuff. We live for this time of year. This whole day is the day. So I hope everyone has their plans in place. I hope your place is beautifully decorated. I hope you're all ready to go with your rituals. I hope it's just going to be a wonderful day of a celebration and fun, and that if you have any visitors this evening, that they are of the friendly variety. So let's talk about the astrology for today. The sun is in Scorpio, fixed water, representing resourcefulness. The moon is fourth quarter Libra, cardinal air, representing partnership. At 11:57 a.m. Central Time, it goes void, of course, and then at 12:29 p.m. Central Time, it goes into fourth quarter Scorpio, fixed water, which is brooding. So that should bring a nice spooky atmosphere for when you have the trick or treaters coming along, or when you're watching your scary movies, when you're doing your ritual. This spirit is there, and it's on a waning moon of all things, in the fourth quarter at that. Everything is it's all coming to the precipice, isn't it? Mercury is in Scorpio, fixed water, representing the spiritual. Venus is in Sagittarius, mutable fire, representing generosity. Mars is in Cancer, cardinal water, which is seeking security. Jupiter is retrograding in Gemini, mutable air, which is to broaden perspective. Saturn is retrograding in Pisces, mutable water, which is to redefine dreams. And Uranus is retrograding in Taurus, fixed earth, representing rebellion. Neptune is retrograding in Pisces, mutable water, just spiritual awakenings, and Pluto's in Capricorn, cardinal earth, representing reconstruction. Our retrograde reminders, as always, for Jupiter: reconnect with your true path, especially today of all day. If you have been lost, if you felt like you were on the wrong course, or any aspect of your path doesn't fall in line with your true purpose and where you are supposed to be and how you're supposed to be doing it, discard it today, start afresh, start anew. It can even be part of your ritual tonight. Make the most of this energy. Everything is just perfect for it. For Saturn, reclaim your authority. For Uranus, reconsider how you rebel. For Neptune, reclaim your magic. And for Chiron, restore the heroic spirit. Our moon phase is that waning crescent, which I find most appropriate. The theme is rest, and which is this isn't a particularly restful night for us, but we don't have to be strenuous. We don't have to be overtaxing our energies, because right now everything is buzzing. So we should be able to absorb as much as anything is being taken from us. Then for the Scorpio moon, the dues are relentless focus, research, confess motives. So if you're really wanting to have a deeper ritual, oh, go for gold tonight. Go completely all out. Bring everything you can bring to that ritual. It will pay off in spades. Then the don'ts are forming new acquaintance, family gatherings, uninvited psychoanalysis, because this is a holiday. I mean, this is also, our Day of the Dead, essentially, Day of the Ancestors, everything else. But it's also a time of celebration. So this isn't You don't want to be making an undue ruckus. You don't want to be making a ruckus about the wrong things. Let yourself enjoy it and let other people enjoy it, even if they're doing it in a way different from you. Then for we have retrograde Gemini Jupiter, which is all about considering new perspectives, and it is flowing nicely with the near obsessive tendencies of the Scorpio moon. If you have any research of any kind to do today, before the fun stuff this evening, this is definitely your moment. It will be fruitful. And also remember to bring this kind of almost demented focus to your Samhain ritual. It will be great. Just feel the energy building up already. This is wonderful. I love Samhain. Now for our tarot of the day and for our last installment, at least for this year, of the Halloween tarot deck, we have the Queen of Ghosts. Most appropriate, very fitting for today. Queens are matriarchs. The suit of ghosts is the emotional feminine, receptive energy, the water element, and emotion. And the key words for this card are visionary woman who achieves her goals. She's not just a dreamer, she's a doer, a devoted heart, and intuitive. We are going to need our intuition tonight. We are going to need that devoted heart, especially if we're wanting to reconnect with any of our departed loved ones. And of course, for my brothers and sisters of the craft, the visionary who achieves the goals, that's the job. More than the job, that's who we are as well. So we need to bring this to bear. We have this floating around in the atmosphere. We need to make the most of it. Um, we need to really make this a big, good occasion. There's just something about this Samhain. I mean, even with all of the hideously warm weather and that ghastly sun shining more than it had any business to in so many areas of the country, in spite of everything else going on, I have felt lately a momentum. And it's time to start cashing in on some of that energy that momentum has brought us. So have fun. Now for our Celtic triad, three things of which the whole is not good: doing the whole that passion desires, believing the whole that is said throughout the land, and showing the whole of what one knows. The whole of passion is desire that can never be satisfied. This is very closely akin to greed. It is hunger without end. It is thirst without end. It is something, there is no bottom of the pit. It's just going to keep going and going and going and going. This is why our Celtic ancestors did prescribe restraint. And then believing everything that's told by anyone who happens to be saying it, that is the pastime of fools. And we simply cannot be doing that. We don't have to be cynical exactly, but there's a place for skepticism, and there's a certain place for, well, let's verify, let's ascertain whether or not what was said actually took place, or if it was actually said, or if it has any basis in reality whatsoever. Um, we can't just take everything at face value. And then revealing all that you know about everything you know, especially, that invites the unscrupulous to do you injury. So we do need to show some restraint, even in our teaching. Now, it's one thing if you have a very trusted student, they're not going to, do the whole Sith thing of, kill the master and take their place. But we do need to be careful. And, there's a reason why there are some topics on this channel that I treat with a certain degree of delicacy. And there's a reason why I keep going back to a lot of the fundamentals, because I feel like we really need the solid foundations. And until we have that really solid foundation underneath us, a lot of other things don't matter. And a lot of other things could really be dangerous to get into. So focusing upon what will benefit us the most, that's a good thing to do. And that's something for teachers to really keep in mind. What's actually needed, not just, what is the student pursuing after? What do they need? Next up, our correspondences for today are on the topic of wisdom. Very suitable. The color is purple, the plant is the rose, the animal is the blackbird, and the crystal is amethyst. The pursuit, understanding, and application of wisdom is a lifelong task, and it is one of the dimensions of what it means to live a life in craft, in wizardry, what it means to be a witch, what it means to be a wizard, what it means to be this kind of practitioner who's dealing with this energy that science hasn't even begun to quantify. Wisdom is not optional for us. We have to chase after it. Now, for our practices, sound falls on a Thursday, so that means cooking magic. Then something to think about is how can the curse of the swamp creature, unformed primordial instinct, be broken? And part of this is going to be making that transition from the primordial consciousness to a higher kind of consciousness of allowing intuition to inform the emotion, to inform the intellect, and going forward with all these three things in balance, in harmony, and going after the same direction. Then what has Jupiter taught you this month? Has studying Jupiterian energy taught you anything about your own personal ambitions? And then it is a practical day. Celebrate Samhain. I hope everyone has a really fun ritual planned for today. So, you might get chilly this evening if you're doing an outdoor ritual. So, might I suggest you take away a Samhain tea blend with you? This is a spiced apple cinnamon tea. It has 4 bags of chai or black tea, 3 to 4 Honeycrisp apple peels, or any apple of your choice, 1 to 2 teaspoons of hot honey, cinnamon sticks, splash of they say oat milk or almond milk. That sounds like vegan propaganda to me. I drink whole milk. It is better for you. And then, of course, also add to the brew 4 cups of water. So you bring the water to the bowl, boil, you add your tea bags, you add your apple peels, honey, cinnamon, you allow it to simmer for 5 minutes, probably closer to 7 if you want a little bit more punch. Then you remove the heat, you stir in your milk, you enjoy, and you can even take it in a thermos, and that way you can have it with you outside. And your ritual can be warm, or you can actually use this as part of the cakes and ale if you're not doing anything alcoholic. This is fun. This is something you can take with you, and warm drink may be very welcome to you this evening. And if you are a grown up and you don't have issues with alcohol, putting a little, just a dash, not a whole lot, just a little dash of Fireball whiskey. It's a nice touch, just to enhance the natural cinnamon. And now for our journal. Who are you welcoming in, seen or unseen, on this night when the veil is thinnest? And also, as an auxiliary to that, of what are you showing out on this night of endings? And who will you be tomorrow on the first day of our new spiritual year? And that is what I have for you. And that brings October to a close. I wish everyone a magical and a delightfully spooky day. Happy spiritual new year. Happy Samhain. Happy Halloween. Happy all of the stuff. I hope you have a great time tonight. I have some things planned. It's going to be wonderful. But definitely make the most of it today, and try to leave the world and its craziness behind. This is a holy day. Let's make it holy, and let's let the world attend to its own concerns for just one day, and we can focus upon this celebration for ourselves, and watch for something that could possibly be coming tomorrow as a little special way to start the new year. But that'll do it for now. Goodbye to you all. See you next time.